So have you ever been stressed out over money in your life, ever?
Yes, the word that we always say, there's not enough money left to save.
It's not just about good business, it's about creating a sustainable, supportive, successful work environment for everyone involved. Welcome to today's episode of the Offsite Team Podcast, where we tackle a topic that's fundamental yet often overlooked: the importance of working with offsite team members who have their financial house in order. This also applies to US-based team members, but today we talk about the importance of offsite team members having their financial house in order. In the dynamic landscape of modern business, the financial stability and responsibility of your team members play a critical role in the overall success and reliability of your operations. So, hey, April, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm excited about this topic.
It is, because you're not up to snuff yet. I mean, you're really only you're about 4 weeks into it. And so this is something that you're going to be recording a podcast midway through. We're teaching you, hey, how can we better take care of our financial house? In other words, your money, or not your dollars, but your pesos, right?
Correct.
So, hey, this is exactly why this matters. Financial stability of team members is more than just a personal attribute. It's a reflection of their reliability, foresight, and responsibility. These qualities are crucial in a remote or off-site working environment where self-discipline and trustworthiness are key. So when off-site team members are financially secure and responsible, it often translates into a more focused, committed, and uninterrupted work ethic, which is vital for maintaining productivity and quality in your business operations. So as our financial house is in order, we can bring more of ourselves to work. And in the DME respiratory rehab world, what this means is your claims get paid faster, is essentially what it means, doesn't it, April?
That is right.
So have you ever been stressed out over money in your life, ever?
Of course. I mean, just like anyone else, yes.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me about one time you were stressed out over money and what happened in your work life when you were.
Well, before the financial peace study that we have, there's this problem that I've been encountering that I don't know where my money went.
Yeah.
Like I have this money and then it just goes
So you
away.
got paid and then you spent it on something and you're like, uh-oh. Yeah,
That
what
is
do you
right.
do?
So
Yeah,
it was very stressful, but good thing about it is that I know what to prioritize first. But that money, the extra money that I have, should be for something that's valuable. But it went just like that. And then there's this one time I do need to make a payment for a school project for my son, and I was like, oh my God, it should be the money where it's supposed to be.
And
But
it wasn't,
didn't.
was it?
Mhm.
And
So
there
it
was
was very
another,
stressful.
and not only that, there was a time where you were working for another company, not us, I'm not going to name names, another company where they did not pay you on time. And
That is
was that
correct.
stressful?
Yes, it was very stressful. So the bills are piling up. We have to make a payment on this date, and we don't have any savings. So at that time, I was just relying on that on the salary that I'm supposed to be getting, but I wasn't able to get it
You
on
did the
time.
work, you worked for the US-based company, and they never paid you. That was not fun. We have talked about that, and that's never going to happen again. It was not us. That's all I have to say. So today in this episode, we're going to delve into why and how financial wellness of offsite team members affects your business. If you don't think it impacts your business, trust me, it does. We'll explore the correlation between personal finance and professional performance. Additionally, we'll discuss the signs of financial stability to look for when bringing on new team members and the ways in which financial stress can impact work performance and overall team dynamics. So we won't just highlight the problem, we're going to offer solutions, and we have solutions, and these are proven solutions. Whether you work with the offsite team, or we'll just tell you what the solutions are, because in things like financial responsibility, we want everyone to win in this area, both in the United States and those of you who have offsite team members in the Philippines. So, it's not just about good business, it's about creating a sustainable, supportive, successful work environment for everyone involved. So today, now, a couple things. Let me reach around and grab it real quickly. The program we use with all of our offsite team members is, if you're familiar in the United States with Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace, it's his curriculum that we have. Now, no, Dave has not brought his curriculum to the Philippines. We have brought his curriculum and we use it And so for those of you that don't know Dave Ramsey and Financial Peace, even if you don't have an offsite team member, if you struggle with money, his stuff is great. He has what's called the 7 baby steps, everything from having $1,000 emergency fund, paying down your debt, 6-month emergency fund. And then it goes all the way up to like step 6, pay your house off early, and then have fun with your money and give generously is really where things end up. And so we have in the United States, we've paid for his Financial Peace and his smart money for all of our US based team members. This is the very first year starting in 2023 and going into 2024, we have taken his program and we're just like, well, just because you're in the Philippines doesn't mean you don't get to learn about how to handle money. Does it, April?
That is right. And
so why did we decide to start training our offsite team members in money? But let's just talk about, we figured something out. Why do we teach our offsite team members how to budget and how to figure out where their money goes?
I think the solution comes when you learn the problem. So we had this problem with one of the offsite team members where there is money issues. Now, as we are discussing earlier, it does affect the team members. So if they're having problem with money, they're also having problem with how they work. So how they perform. It's a number.
And it was a team member of ours. Now she's still with us, makes very good money for the Philippines. And she was bringing some problems into work. We're like, what's up with this? And then I finally started asking questions. Hey, tell me about your budget. Where is your money going? And I'm not going to share that on air, but we stumbled upon a few things. And for us, it was a red light saying, we have taught this for years to all of our US-based employees. We need to do this with our off-site team members in the Philippines as well. It was very eye-opening. So you're only 4 weeks into it. So you have 3 more weeks and then you are fully trained. But we were talking about not only when you're fully trained, it really takes 3, 6, 9 months to get really good at budgeting, where you're going to spend your money and what that looks like. So tell me 1 or 2 things you've learned so far.
I learned that as per Dave Ramsey. So your budget is telling your money where it goes instead of wondering where it went, which happened to me several times before. Now, another thing that I've learned out of this financial peace study that we have is what you want and what you need are 2 different things. And whenever I'm buying something right now, I always weigh in, do I need this or do I just want this?
Yeah. And I asked, you're married. So tell me a little bit about the marriage dynamics, because I mean, now both you and your husband work for us, but tell me, I mean, because you have your money, your husband has his money. Have you guys started talking a little bit more about how you handle money?
Yes. So we've been doing that before. I mean, we're very good with communications, both of us. But when it comes to saving money, like before the financial piece, we are not trained to do it together. Like I'm always the one who's budgeting, and then he's just going to give me the money. But then when we started budgeting, I told you at first it was a disaster. We've had fights. Like he was telling me, why am I being anxious or angry? And then, but it was good after that, after the study that we did, after like a few, when we were on our 3rd session, that's when we realized like everything is really, it's an eye opener. We were doing it wrong. So it was really
you were
nice.
just not being intentional with your money. And if you don't mind me sharing this, we'll cut the story off. You told me, so you just got your 12th or 13th month pay. You're like, hey, Eric. And I said, hey, now that you're getting your 13th month pay, which for those who don't know is a full month's salary, is paid out between basically Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we give that to all of our offsite team members. It's a huge bonus. And I said, I don't care what you spend it on, but be intentional and tell your money where to go. And you're like, Eric, I budgeted all my money and I have some left over. And I said, congratulations, April, you've done it. I ain't going to take it. You get to find where you're going to spend that money. So where did you decide to spend your extra money? I'm curious.
I added that into savings, and then I applied the debt snowball. So
good. So you're paying down your debts, biggest to smallest.
Biggest to smallest, and then the extra one went into fund money.
Yeah, so you had a little bit of extra money for yourself. Good for you. Right on. Now, Dave Ramsey's, if anyone has done Financial Peace, Dave Ramsey has their first baby step is save $1,000. Well, that doesn't work because you guys have pesos. So we came up with our own. So if you're in the Philippines, what is step one?
Save 15,000 pesos.
15,000 pesos. So we basically came up, and it's not necessarily 1-to-1 because the dollar to peso difference is about 50 to 1, give or take. But also the cost of the living is a little bit different. So you can't just do the US based side of the pesos and take it back and forth. We've done a lot of study, talked to a lot of people, and we came up with baby step number one is 15,000 pesos if you live in the Philippines. So what are some of the things? So what you can tell is Offsite Team Member, we take, I can say, we take really good care of our employees. So what that means for those who are working with us, hey, we are resourcing your team members to help them out. So I had another team member, and she makes really good money and was really struggling, and I couldn't figure it out. And this would probably never happen in the United States. So when I share this, people are like, really? That happened? You have a different culture in the Philippines. This person was giving almost all their paycheck to their non-working parents and was really struggling with money. So this is one of those things in certain societies, there are differences. And we've had to, now I don't ever tell anyone you have to do this, but we did walk through, hey, what does this look like? And you're really struggling at work because you're worried about money, yet was being compensated. And she was giving the money to her parents who were not trained in how to handle money. So tell me about the culture differences amongst the Philippines versus the United States and parents and kids. What does that look like, April?
Well, first I'll start with we are family oriented. So a lot of Filipinos, even after marriage, they tend to stay with the parents. We have a close-knit relationship when it comes to our parents. So even the siblings, it's just the boundaries, I think, would be the number one problem in regards to that. And also the word that we always say, there's not enough money left to save, but perhaps it's not really the fund that is lacking, but it's a discipline.
Absolutely. And as we've talked about before, discipline is freedom. Now in the United States, it would be crazy if a 28, 29, 35-year-old was giving all their money to their parents still. But yet that has happened a few times with offsite team members. And really, when someone is paid, they can do whatever they want to with their money. It is their hard-earned money. However, there are what's considered best practices. Let's not just spend it on purses when we need to buy food first or something like that. And I would say this is also a US-based problem too, where people get money. And I work with this with my US-based team members, and we have all of them go through Financial Peace and Smart Dollar as well too. I absolutely love what Dave Ramsey has done, because he understands it's not just like a money math equation. It is a psychological view of how we look at money, which is why he would say pay off a smaller debt amount with low interest before paying off a higher dollar amount with high interest, because he knows you want to get that snowball rolling. I'm not going to argue whether someone agrees with that or not, but what I do want them to know is we need to be intentional with how we spend our money. That's how our business does it, but we want our team members to be really responsible. So they're going to work hard for us. In our business, we profit share. So even as they know by working hard, they're going to get a little bit more, but we want them to win, whether it's buying a car, going on a vacation, buying a house. Isn't that right?
Yes, that is right.
So what's the biggest, as you've been talking to our offsite team members, what's been one of the biggest victories that you heard someone on the offsite team share that you're like, this is kind of neat?
So this year I did send an email. This is a confirmation that they are employed with the offsite team, because they did open or buy a house. It's a house. So it's really nice. Like, they're growing, and I think the offsite teams are maturing right now. So they're starting to buy their house. And then another one bought their car because they already have the house. So it's nice, because usually with Filipinos, especially the Gen Zs, and we have young team members, they have this YOLO mentality. You only live once. Yes. So it's most of them, they're like, they don't know where the money went. But with our team members, because we are talking to them, we're doing one-on-one syncs, and with the Financial Peace, I can also get to share with them what are the things to take away that I have from the lesson. And it's just really nice knowing that, wow, they're able to buy this and then working for us, which is like, we're part of that.
And we're part of changing generations. And what I also just say, those of you who do employ offsite team members, not only are you getting a heck of a team member on your team, not only are they going to help you make more money, you are literally changing generations. And not only does that mean the person who you end up hiring, but sometimes in your case, you have a child and your community around you. We've had a lot of team members, they'll make and earn money, and then they're using that money to pay for medication for their parents. Now, granted, we offer healthcare to our team members, but let's say the parents might not have healthcare. We can't pay for both them and their parents. But what we can do is we're allowing them to make some significant change amongst families. And that just feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it feels really nice hearing those stories that they were able to buy that. And plus, they were able to pay off the mortgage for the house and pay the bills. So, they
so
can still
exciting.
share.
Well, good. So where I want to go with this is, hey, whether you have one team member with the offsite team with us or 5 or 10, we are equipping them, at least encouraging them to do the right thing with their money. Because if they do that, they're going to be a much better team member for you and your DME, rehab, respiratory company. And I will let you know, there are other companies out there that do not do this. There are other companies out there that you might currently be working with and not realize they don't pay their team members on time. They've had previous years where they have not paid the 13th month pay, and other team members talk. So hopefully you get your team members from Offsite Team. But if not, do contact whatever company you're working with and ask them the question, do you always pay the 13th month on time? Do you offer your team members healthcare? Ask those hard questions, because if you don't have healthcare or you're wondering where your next paycheck's going to go, it can create quite a bit of stress, can't it, April?
Yes, very stressful.
Yeah. Well, hey, in the meantime, reach out to us offsiteteammember.com. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. But until then, take amazing care of your staff and keep knocking it out of the park in 2024. Hey, have a great day.